I felt a disturbance in the force, as if a million butts were hurt all at once.
Well, it's been all over the news. Pete Davidson has gotten himself in hot water over a joke he told on the SNL Weekend Update. And I'll show a clip despite the fact that they'll flag the shit out of my channel.
You'd be surprised to hear he's a congressional candidate from Texas and not a hitman in a porno movie. I'm sorry, I know he lost his eye in war or whatever.
Well, social media lit up like an immolating monk. Mostly conservatives, but a lot of the rage was bipartisan. And it seems to me the majority of it isn't based on concern for an injured person's feelings, but rather about military bootlicking. Because people on both sides of the aisle have a tendency to elevate the military to the point of being sacred. Case in point, if this guy lost his eye in a freak drinking straw accident, nobody would be this upset about it. And come on, you gonna tell me that Pete Davidson was wrong? Anybody with an eye patch should expect to be compared to a pirate or a hitman. The way in which you lost the eye is irrelevant to the joke. Sure, making fun of a guy's injury is a bit dickish, but a lot of humor revolves around being dickish. Don Rickles made an entire fucking career out of it. This is especially true of edgelord humor. Normies don't seem to understand that the very absurdity of saying something nobody would normally say is funny in and of itself. That's why dead baby jokes were big in the 90s. Nobody thought dead babies were funny, but dead baby jokes were. Losing an eye is a shitty thing, but jokes aren't meant to be about the gravity of reality. It's meant to lighten things up, even if it misses the mark sometimes. This is all really about the fact that it happened while he was in service to the military. Because I've had several people online tell me that they are not offended by him making fun of the congressional candidate's injury. They're upset that he said, "or whatever," in reference to him losing it in the theater of war. So basically they're just pissed off that he didn't show the proper reverence for the military. For these people, it's not about Dan Crenshaw or his feelings, or the feelings of injured or the infirmed. It's about how much respect they demand is due for soldiers. I've always been of the mind that respect is earned, not given or demanded. If Pete doesn't give a shit, then that's his right. I'm pretty sure he was just trying to make an edgy joke. Keep in mind, this is the same guy who makes jokes about his father burning to death in 9/11. If he can take a joke, I'm sure all these offended snowflakes can too. You can lambast him all you want for not caring about the things that you do, but those soldiers fought for his right to do so. At least they did in World War II. I can't think of a single conflict off the top of my head since then in which America was actually defending freedom and not supporting some clandestine interests. Now check out this clip from CNN.
It's disgusting, and it's not a surprise to hear this guy is a Republican and Saturday Night Live is trashing him. It's just more of the same, this entertainment industry going after Republicans. It's just insulting.
Well, maybe if you knew what the fuck you were talking about, you'd know that he also made fun of Democrat Andrew Cuomo.
And Crenshaw himself tweeted, responding to this, and saying that, he's hoping that SNL recognizes that vets don't deserve to see their wounds used as punchlines for bad jokes. Amen. Jennifer.
Yeah, no, I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
You should stay away from mocking in any way veterans. Mm-hmm. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, period.
So there you have it. Another person elevating the military to being above reproach. And I'm of the mind that everyone and everything is open to being joked about. If you're offended, well, guess what? That's your fucking problem. I'm not sure at what point people thought that they were justified in making their offense someone else's problem. If you're offended by something, don't fucking do it. At no point do you have the right to tell other people that they can't do it because you were offended. Again, that's your problem to deal with. Even Dan Crenshaw has come out against the outrage culture, calling for Pete Davidson's blood, although he still is kind of butthurt about the joke. And the hypocrisy of it really gets to me too, because God Emperor Trump can make fun of everyone and everything. He mocks disabled reporters and the like, and that's perfectly acceptable. He even openly mocked now dead POW John McCain, specifically about getting captured during military service. So apparently mocking a soldier getting tortured by the Viet Cong is fine, but if SNL jokes about something the right wing cares about, it's suddenly a fucking problem? And if they really cared about veterans as much as being outraged at the Hollywood liberals, they'd actually do something to help the troops in a substantive manner. They still haven't finalized the deal to upgrade the VA computers from a bunch of fucking etch-a-sketches. We still have troops in endless unnecessary military quagmires, which is how Dan Crenshaw lost his fucking eye in the first place. Something like 12% of the adult homeless population are veterans. It's a shame that none of that motivates people as much as an offensive joke.